A mum woke up from a 23-day coma after her newborn baby was placed in her arms. Amanda da Silva stunned doctors when she started to come around after tiny Vitor was put on her chest at Ceara's Assis Chateubriand Maternity Hospital, MEAC, in Fortaleza, northeast Brazil. Tears immediately began to flow down the 28-year-old's cheek after she had skin-to-skin contact with her child.Ms da Silva, a married mum of 3, said, "The first thing I remember was having Victor in my arms, seeing his little head and smelling his lovely scent. It was an amazing situation, but at the same time confusing. I asked my dad if the baby was mine. I put my hand on my belly and realized I was no longer pregnant." Fabíola Sá, an intensive care (ICU) nurse, suggested putting mum and baby together after Mrs. da Silva was placed in the coma when she suffered an epileptic fit prior to the birth. She added, "As soon as Amanda felt the touch of the baby's skin on hers, tears started pouring down her cheeks. It was a cry of love." More than that, it was a cry that said, "I'm still here, I'm alive, I want to live." We never expected such a quick change, and everyone in the medical team wept with happiness and relief. The housewife was 37 weeks pregnant when rushed to hospital in March suffering from an acute seizure, triggered, she said, by an argument with her husband. The convulsions threatened her life and the child's survival as they lowered oxygen to the brain and the womb. Doctors performed an emergency caesarean while she was under sedation, but were forced to put her in a coma after delivering the baby in order to stabilize her condition. Mrs. da Silva was in a coma for more than 3 weeks before concerned hospital staff used her baby to help wake her up after she did not react to treatment. Doctors made sure there was no risk to Vitor, who had been born with a weak immune system and breathing problems, before they reunited him with his mother. Mrs. da Silva started to improve quickly after this, and both mother and child were discharged 20 days later. The doctors could not explain why Ms. da Silva improved after having skin-to-skin contact with her child, but the case is being studied in order to assess the importance of that type of interaction. Mrs. da Silva has suffered from chronic epilepsy and been on strong medications to control the illness since the age of 7.